MBA specialization is equal to your career blueprint. And trust me on this, if you choose wrong and if you make one wrong decision, you'll hate your job despite getting 25 LPA package. In today's video, I'll break down all major specialization and I'll rate them on the basis of 5 parameters: starting salary, job role, real life after MBA, long-term growth, and most important, work-life balance. And this will carry all this sensational information what people don't tell you during your campus placement or your selection into your college. We need to understand that each specialization in your MBA can lead to a completely different life after your MBA, and we can judge this on the basis of all the 5 parameters that I mentioned earlier. Number 1, marketing. And first of all, never forget that marketing has part of sales too. I'll cover both marketing and sales. Number 1, roles: brand manager, category head, sales manager, and digital manager. Number 2, average salary that you can expect in marketing. When we talk about sales, it starts from 12 LPA and that can lead to 18 LPA. And when we talk about the brand role, it starts with somewhere around 18 LPA to 25 LPA, which can further lead to a 35 LPA job in 2 years. Third point, working hours. When we talk about marketing, it is somewhere around 9 to 10 hours. But when we talk about sales, they have longer hours, but that includes travel too. So if you love traveling, you can opt for sales role. Skills needed: market insight, creativity, and definitely customer obsession. Life after MBA. It is great for extrovert people because I know within 4 to 5 years, you can lead a business unit. But before we get deep into the video and understand more and more specialization and their scope after MBA, I need to answer one of the most asked questions in the comment section of my YouTube channel and the comment section of my Instagram. And that is, I'm preparing for CAT 2025. I'm really confused. What should I do? Should I study RS Agrawal, Arun Sharma, and that's it? See, what you need to understand is that everybody, literally everybody prepping for CAT 2025 will study from Arun Sharma, RS Agrawal. But how can you stand out? And that is by smart planning. Step-by-step guidance and strategy is needed for you to shine in CAT 2025 and get admission into one of the top IIMs. Considering that, I will introduce you guys to PW MBA Wala, because as per my research, they focus on 3 things: time management, analytical skill building, and mock test practice. In case you need the proof, you can go and check out the CAT 2024 results of PW MBA Wala. More than 42 plus students scored 99 percentile, and talking about rest of the student, 900 plus students scored 90 percentile and above. This is not just a number, this is the real preparation done and real support given to the students. Now the point here is, which batch should you pick? But I have the solution for it. If you're a working professional or managing college together and then you want to prepare for CAT 2025, then you should opt for MBA Elite Weekend 2025 batch is perfect for you. Weekend only classes, manage weekdays stress-free, live plus recorded sessions, study at your own pace, 20 plus mocks, 2000 question, 24/7 doubt support, full preparation package. And if you are a repeater and someone who is willing to give everything to CAT 2025, then MBA Repeater 2025 batch is for you. Focused revision, heavy practice, live plus recorded classes, revise anytime, everywhere. Infinite practice features, 8,000 plus question to make sure no topic is left weak. No shortcuts, no magic trick, just real serious preparation. And here's the bonus. If you use my coupon code mentioned on this screen, you get an extra 500 off on your batch fee. And rest of the registration detail is given in the description. In case you have any more doubts related to it, feel free to reach out to me in the comment section and I'll help you out. Till then, move forward with the rest of the MBA specialization. Number 2, finance. And what are the role you can expect from that? Corporate advisory, risk, treasury, and financial banking. Average salary in finance, which ranges from 12 LPA, 16 LPA to 35 LPA. Now, if you're working in risk, you can expect salary of 12 to 22 LPA. In case you're working in IB, you can expect salary of 16 LPA to 35 LPA. Working hours, IB, 9 to 12 hours, and in case you're working in other roles, you can expect 8 to 10 hours. Skills needed: financial modeling, Excel, valuation, and if you have done CFA, that is cherry on the cake. Talking about life after MBA, this is right for the people who are ready to work under high pressure and want to gain high rewards. Then go for it. Number 3, analytics and roles to expect: data analyst, business analyst, data product manager. Average salary 15 LPA to 28 LPA, considering like you get into FANG, unicorns or BFSI. Then you can even aim for higher package, and that comes with right tools and right experience. Skills needed: SQL, Python, Tableau, and most important, storytelling with the data. Life after MBA: mostly these roles evolve into decision making and executive level roles. 4th, human resource or HR, and roles that you can get into: HRBP, talent acquisition, human resource development. Average salary that you can expect ranges from 10 LPA to 18 LPA. In the initial, the pay is little on the lower side, but eventually it grows and you can expect 30 LPA after 2 to 3 years. Working hours 8 to 9 hours, more involvement with the people and less pressure. Skills needed: empathy, conflict resolution, and people management. Life after MBA: leadership plus empathy related growth, great for people with high values. 5th, operations and roles to expect: supply chain manager, project manager, and ops lead in e-commerce or logistics. Average salary ranges from 12 LPA to 30 LPA depending on the company that you get into. If you talk about Amazon and Flipkart, it ranges from 30 to 32 LPA as well. Working hours 9 to 11 hours depending on you work from office, plant, or any of the tech firms. Skills needed: problem solving, process optimization, Excel, and never to forget ERP. Life after MBA in operations: great for engineers and who are very much interested in operation, like great. Coming to the 6th, product management, and my second favorite. Roles to expect after product management: product strategist, APM, or product manager. And don't even ask the salary of product manager because it ranges from 20 LPA to sometimes 65 LPA, and you can even push it in case of startups. You also get stock option and bonuses. But working hours 10 to 12 hours, cross-functional and very intense. Skills needed: tech understanding, user first approach, and micro level planning. Life after MBA of a product manager: ownership heavy role, great for people who are into startup mindset so that they can excel in life. And the best part about this is you get to own the product and you can be the master of that product, and that product can be your baby. And salary, so let's not even talk about that. And now coming to my most favorite, consulting. Yes, so even I started my career as a marketing manager and then currently turned into a consultant. Roles to expect as a consultant: strategy manager, strategy consultant, associate, or engagement manager. Average salary ranges from 25 LPA to 45 LPA, and that completely depends on your negotiation skills. Working hours 12 to 14 hours, high pressure, high learning. Skills needed: structured thinking, client handling, PPT, Excel, and excellent communication skills. Life after MBA of a consultant: massive opportunity, and you can be a leader. And now talking about general management that happens in most of the IIM. Roles to expect as a general management: leadership trainee, CEOs or CXO's office, or business head track. Average salary ranges from 18 LPA to 30-35 LPA, and some of the best general management programs are Aditya Birla Group programs, Adani Accelerated Program, TAS, and Asian Paints Leadership Program. Working hour 10 to 12 hours, and it is on rotational basis in the first initial year of your career. Skills needed: all-rounder mindset, stakeholder management, and most important, adaptability. Life after MBA, trust me, one of the fastest growing leadership track in India are the ones that I mentioned in this video. And now coming to my final verdict. Trust me when I say this, there is no best specialization. The best specialization is the one that fits you, your habit, your role, your ambition, the person you are, and everything about you. The one that fits with you is the best specialization. Because initially you might think that, okay, analytics is getting a good pay, I should opt for this. But eventually eventually when you'll start working on it, you might not like the work, and then everything comes down to zero. If you're not loving what you're working, everything is just a complete waste. So please understand each specialization and try to fit and try to make that fit into your personality. If it is fitting and if it fits your personality, then good to go. That's all for this video. Hope you get to choose your best specialization for your MBA program. And trust me, I made this video just because the younger Mrinali who was starting her MBA needed some video like this from someone who has already been through this journey. I hope you get the right specialization. In case you want to discuss in detail about your specialization, comment down and I'll try to help you out. Till then, like, share and subscribe. And yes, all the best. Ta-da, bye-bye. See you in the next video.